Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be filming a BH Cosmetics haul and first impressions video. I've never ordered anything from BH Cosmetics before, so this is going to be a first impressions on the entire brand. I'm not going to be able to wear the makeup for the entire day. It's already 3 o'clock when I'm filming this, so I'm probably not going to keep it on for a full 8-hour wear test, but I will update you guys once I have tested out the products and worn them for an entire day. I'm just gonna jump right into this box. Hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. I'm super excited to try BH Cosmetics because it always looks so good and their products are so cheap and affordable. So I picked up their Studded Couture 12-piece brush set in this nice little box, and you get this brush container. I got this on sale and I think it was $12 for 12 brushes, something like that. It was really not expensive at all. Actual brushes don't have names on them, but they have a little number. I also picked up the liquid foundation. This is their new foundation, I'm pretty sure. Their Naturally Flawless foundation, and I got it in the shade Light Olive. I have no idea if this color is gonna match me. So it comes with a nice pump. I have a feeling this is going to be a liquidy foundation. Okay, come on. Oh, it's actually really thick. As you can tell, it's not dripping off my hand at all. It's a really thick foundation. Oh, I think I put way too much. It looks way too light for me. Take the number 2 brush and I'm going to start blending this in. I can't tell if it's the brush that smells or the foundation. I feel like it's the brush that has kind of a scent to it because sometimes new brushes have that weird smell to them. Very, very light coverage. It kind of just evened out my skin tone. It toned down some of the redness, but it didn't really do a good job of covering up spots or my vein here that pops up or my beauty marks. Foundation is so goopy. I don't want to use too much of the foundation because I feel like thick foundations can get really cakey on my skin. I feel like I need to because the coverage isn't very good. This brush, by the way, is really nice. It's very soft, a little too flimsy, I think, for my taste for foundations, or at least for this foundation, which is really thick. I think this brush would work really well for the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, which is really liquidy, or the NYX Total Cover foundation. I think I would prefer either a sponge or my M439 brush. I'm just taking whatever was left on the back of my hand and just putting this on the places that I want to cover up more. Color match actually isn't that bad. I think on camera it might be looking a little bit off with my light and stuff. And it's weird because it was so thick, but then the coverage wasn't very thick. Definitely buildable, but it is light. It feels nice on my face. It feels really, really lightweight. I don't really feel like I have foundation on. It hasn't fully set. It feels a little bit tacky, so I think I am going to set it with a powder after. I've been really into more natural coverage foundations anyways these days. This is kind of the coverage I like for an everyday purpose. It kind of covers what I want, but it still lets my actual skin poke through. I also picked up their Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. This is in the shade 104. And dot it right there, just a very little bit because I don't want to put too much. It has just a flat applicator. I have a pimple right there. The most uncomfortable pimples, when they're right above your mouth. I think they hurt so much. This also doesn't smell like anything. I can't detect a scent on any of these products. I think I want to take this flat foundation brush. This is number 5. It is called their pointed foundation brush. I guess I could have used number 6, which is their large concealer brush, but I don't know, it feels a little bit too thin. So I'm gonna try this one and see how it works. And if not, I'll just use my fingers. So the shade 104 was definitely more of a yellow toned concealer. It's definitely for people with olive or warmer complexions. Oh, that covered that up really well. Okay, this is a super thick concealer. I would definitely recommend you use a sponge with it, or you just use super minimal product. I'm just gonna take the same concealer all over my eyelid as well because I don't have an eyeshadow primer. Okay, that was pretty good coverage. I obviously could have applied some more to that area if I wanted to get even more coverage, but I think that's pretty good. I don't really mind it. I would definitely recommend you use a sponge with it or your fingers. I really like my base makeup right now. So I didn't pick up a individual bronzer, blush, contour, highlighter, but I did, oh, I didn't get a highlighter at all. Darn. But I did get this. This is the contour and blush palette. It's huge. On the website, I had no idea it was gonna be this big. This is in the shade 2. That looks way too dark. Possibly an overall face powder and then an under eye. This looks really white though, so I'm a little bit nervous about this. Hopefully it goes okay. I think I'm gonna just start by dipping into this powder right here. It doesn't, I don't know if it smells like anything. I can't really tell. That's the one thing this brush set didn't come with, was like a big fluffy powder brush. Brush number 1, a large contour, angled contouring brush. I'm just gonna dip really lightly into the white shade just to try and set my under eyes. I think it'll be too brightening for me, but let's see. Definitely really brightening. I think I'm just gonna mix in a little bit of that face powder I was using just because I feel like that was too white for me. I'm just gonna stick with the same brush and I'm gonna go into this shade right here. I don't know if it's a blush or a bronzer, but I'm just gonna try and use it to warm up my cheeks a little bit. Actually, I feel like that kind of works on my skin tone. I still feel a little bit uncomfortable talking out loud in my apartment. When I used to film at home, there was always other people in the house, so usually they were talking, so it wasn't like completely quiet. So if I seem weird or like different, it's just because I'm like slightly uncomfortable. Plus there's always like people in the hallway and I feel like they can hear me, and it also makes me like slightly uncomfortable. I actually think that worked really nicely on my skin tone. It was like an interesting shade. Like I would not normally reach for something like that. No, I feel like it kind of worked. It was just a really like subtle way to bronze up your skin. I think I am gonna dip into the dark one, just like really lightly tap into there and see if I can like chisel these cheeks out a little bit. Oh, really dark. I'm also gonna bring this on my jawline. This is really intense and deep, but it is blending out so nicely and effortlessly. I'm loving this palette so far. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that original like warm mustardy shade just to kind of bring some life back into the center of my face. This is brush number 3. It is their Precision Lash brush. I think I want to just dip into this one right here. Just kind of like blend so effortlessly into your skin. Because I'm here, I'm going to dip into this shade as well. I've used every shade in the palette, so I might as well just use this one. I'm going to put that more towards the backs of my cheeks. Thoughts so far, I really like this face palette and I don't see anybody using this on YouTube and I don't know why. Everything just blended so nicely onto my face. This one was the only one I don't know if I'll use that much unless I'm mixing it with this one, just because it's really white and it really showed up white on my under eyes. This was a big surprise. I really liked that to bronze up my skin. This one is a little bit dark, so you definitely need to be careful with it. These two blushes are beautiful and yeah, I really like this palette. I'm just gonna go grab a highlighter and pop that on since I don't have a highlighter from Ebates Cosmetics. I wanna pop on my Essence Pure Nude highlighter and I think I'm gonna use this brush to apply it. It is number 7, which is the domed blending brush. I feel like this is almost too big to blend. I've been loving this highlighter in the winter time because it just looks so natural on my skin and it just gives your dry winter skin such a nice like lift to it, and it just makes you look more healthy and less dry. And my skin has been really gross lately, like really dry. Actually, my scalp as well. My scalp is like itchy and it's just like peeling and I don't know, it's so dry. I don't know if it's the new environment, like me moving into this apartment or something, but my skin is not liking it. It could just also be the winter months, but I don't know. I'm gonna go and zoom you guys up and do the eyes and then we'll come back and do the lips. This is very exciting, but I purchased their Studio Pro Ultimate Artistry eyeshadow palette. I saw it on their Instagram and I just fell in love. It's such a cool palette and it was so inspiring. Like, I just have so many looks I want to do with this. Let me know if you guys would like to see more videos on this because it's so inspiring. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just one of those palettes where I couldn't resist. I had to get it. I'm so excited to dive into this. I want to start off by taking this kind of orangey shade right here. It's a matte, and I'm just going to take that big fluffy brush that I said I probably wouldn't use, but I'm just going to use this to kind of set my eyelid and also create that transition shade. You know, it actually kind of, it's okay. It works as a blending brush, I guess. It's not too big. It is big, but it's not like too big. Should I zoom you guys in more? I really wanted to get the Shan XO Remix palette. I want to take the smaller blending brush. This is brush 9. This is the tapered blending brush. I think I'm gonna take this brown at the bottom here. It's a matte warm brown, and I'm going to blend this into my crease as well. More precisely into my crease though. Not quite as spread out as that other shade. It's blending out super easily. I'm gonna dip into this dark burgundy shade here. I wanna focus this one just on the outer corner. So I'm noticing when I tap my brush into these shadows, there's not a lot of kickback in the pan. They feel soft and powdery, but they're just not like producing a lot of kickback. But I am watching out for fallout. So far, I'm not seeing any, and I always forget to do my eyes first. I always mean to do my eyes first, and then I always just start doing my face. I'm gonna go back into that fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend around the edges here. Really give me like a flat eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to take this shade. It's like a metallic-y champagne. I'm just gonna use my finger. It feels really smooth, like super smooth. Ooh, that's really nice. Okay, my card got full, but I was about to dip into the dark teal shade here. It's a matte, and I want to take this brush to do that. This is brush number 10, the angled shading brush. I'm just going to dip into this shade and apply it to the outer corner. Now this might make or break the look, but I might as well just try it. And to help blend that out, I'm gonna dip back into the deep burgundy shade we were using, and I'm just going to blend around here just to kind of help that teal blend into the rest of the shades. I'm gonna dip into the matte black shade. I'm so happy they put in a matte black. An initial fluffy blending brush with no product. I'm going to blend everything in. Lower lash line, I'm gonna take this brush that they included. This is brush number 11. It's like a fat pencil brush. I'm just gonna take that same original transition shade we were using, smudge it into the lower lash line. Then I'm going to take that same dark burgundy shade. It's actually not as dark when applied to your eyes as it looks like it will be in the pan. Some of that dark teal as well, and place this a little bit closer to my lower lashes, and primarily on the outer corner just to kind of mimic the upper lid. Shimmery shade right here. It's like a white shimmer. Ooh, was not going for such an intense inner corner, but I guess I am now. Get this matte creamish color right here. I'm gonna take the brush number 8, which is a fluff shadow brush, and I'm gonna use this to blend out the edges around my shadow as well as highlight the brow bone. I totally forgot that I need to do my eyebrows. I'm just gonna use my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer and just kind of fluff up these ridiculously untamed brows. I don't even feel like filling them in. It just ends up making them look too big and bushy because they are already big and bushy. I did not buy a mascara from BH, so I'm just gonna curl my lashes and apply my usual mascara. This is the Wet n Wild Lash Renegade mascara. I'm super impressed right now because I got no fallout whatsoever on my face from these eyeshadows, which is so impressive. I think it's really impressive. I did get some of these Ashley Tisdale Illuminate individual lashes. I don't know if I want to apply any. I am super impressed by this palette. I'm so glad it turned out good because I was really worried that it would be bad and the quality wouldn't be there, and it's such a big palette, it would be such a waste, but I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. The last product that I got from BH Cosmetics was their liquid lipstick. I got the shade Yawn. Or is it Jan? I'm gonna call it Yawn because that's how I would read it. Actually, they don't smell. Why don't BH Cosmetics products smell? Like, they don't have any scent at all. Oh, this is really liquidy. Okay, that was really easy to apply. It was super opaque. I did not need to dip back into the tube. There's no streakiness, there's no patchiness. I love the color of it. It looks matte already, but it feels like it's still a little bit sticky. So I'll see in a bit if it transfers, but wow. I'm so impressed by BH Cosmetics. I'm so excited for them. Okay, so that is everything that I purchased. I don't think I'm gonna pop on the false lashes just because right after I film this, I'm gonna go and make dinner, but I definitely will wear them and let you guys know how I feel. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go through and talk about each of the products and give you guys my initial thoughts. I will definitely update you on how these products wear throughout the day because first impressions really tell you nothing about the wear time of the product and how it lasts. So I will do that video for you guys or just update you in the description bar or something. So I'm gonna start off with the brush set. So this is the, again, Setted Couture brush set. I thought they were really good. They're very, very soft and fluffy. I feel like they're gonna be good quality. I mean, I'll let you know once I've washed it and given them a true test. So far, I really like them. I had no problems creating this entire face using only these brushes. Like the packaging as well. It's so convenient if you want to travel or just even to store your brushes because you get two brush holders. The foundation I actually really liked as well. I think it looks really nice on my skin. It's definitely light coverage, but you could build it up. So I feel like I have a good solid medium coverage right now, but my skin is still showing through. It still looks very natural and fresh and dewy. This foundation has hyaluronic acid in it to keep your skin hydrated. I hate to say it, but I don't really trust like non-mainstream affordable brands. For like foundation and concealer things, I tend to go for like, you know, trusty Maybelline, e.l.f., L'Oreal for my like actual skin products, but I am impressed with this so far. So I'll let you guys know how it lasts throughout the day. The concealer, I was a little worried because it is a little bit thicker and it has super full coverage, but I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. I used very minimal products. I think because it's such a thick formula, you want to go with less. So I did use very little, but that being said, I think it looks really nice. So I will definitely wear this and let you guys know how it looks at the end of the day. The face palette, contour and blush palette in the version 2. I love this. This worked for the most part to set my face. I don't think I'll probably reach for it that often because I have other face powders that I like more, but it did work. This was really brightening, so definitely not for people with deeper skin tones. Bronzer is a little bit too dark, but you could definitely blend it out. It kind of just meshed in with this shade, which was so shocking to me. I love this shade for bronzer. It just gave me such a subtle bronze. I don't know, it was really, really good. I love this palette. Plus, it's huge. The pans are huge for a face palette. This is totally a bargain. I think it was like $8, $6 to $8. So really, really cheap and really good. Of course, the eyeshadow palette was the star of the show. So cool. It has so many nice shades. The ones I used blended really nicely. They had really good pigmentation. There was no fallout whatsoever. Even with the black and the teal shade right here, there was no fallout. So if you're someone who does their foundation first, you are in luck with this palette. So many different ideas, so many things you can do with this. Such high quality, and I definitely want to try out more BH Cosmetics eyeshadows now because this was so good. If it lasts throughout the day and the shadow quality doesn't go down, I think this might be my favorite eyeshadow palette ever. Last but not least was the liquid lipstick, which has dried down now. No transfer onto the back of my hand. It's completely dried and it looks very, very matte and smooth and velvety on my lips. Can't really judge a liquid lipstick because I need to see how it lasts after eating and at the end of a long work day without reapplying, and how it feels throughout the day because yeah, all those things are way more important to me than like initial application for liquid lipsticks, but I will say that the pigmentation was amazing. The dry down was amazing. The finish of it is really pretty. There was no streakiness, no patchiness. So that sums up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. I'm really excited about this brand and I'm really glad I tried it out. It's giving me the same feeling that I got when I first tried Makeup Revolution products. It's just so refreshing from your usual like mainstream products at the drugstore. When a brand can come out with an affordable palette like that Artistry eyeshadow palette, that is so cool. I think that's so innovative and it's so fun that they're offering that at an affordable price. I don't know, I'm really happy with this brand so far. I really want to see what else they have and test out more of their products. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!